Someone who went down into the vent, which may put a stop to things, but Rain doing good work on the outside in the meantime, and FaZe will charge it into the A site, knowing that Glaive was pulled outside. And now they'll try and fight for the upper area, but there are two CTs there. Zipex is going to be sacrificed.
It's a cool round from FaZe. They sort of played against the expectations, though. Dupree is going to just keep himself alive. He had perfect Kevlar, but no. And general SMGs. And that means more utility, but if you're going outside, you actually really want the AKs so that you can win these big battles outside. And if you get yourself to the past that one close range position in heaven where they're going right now, then it's fantastic. You see they get all these vantage points to $250 more for the round win by detonation, as opposed to the round win by out quite nicely so far for FaZe. And instead, if you want to make it so that if they do actually really badly want the kills, that they commit into a setup of yours. And at this point in time, it looks like that will sort of be the case, but it's not really a setup that's very strong where they are all able to play together. So the third door open again. Door was shot on him. Dupree not allowing that to be the case for too long though. And the trade comes in from Ali by control room. Such an important position for the frag, which is the important thing. Here is interception, although Glaive not seemingly aware of that position of Kiyoshima, who is now the last man standing as they try to get... well, actually, in fact, the bomb is yet to even be planted. I thought it was actually down. My mistake, as Astralis.
That Molotov could be a problem for... Ooh, double Molotov for Glaive. However, oh dear. Oh my god, he's absolutely on fire.
Caused Happy a lot of problems. Was it yesterday or the day before? So maybe, well, they're just forced to go in anyway. Dupree not in the best situation with the Mag 7 at this point in time, as the pinch comes in onto the bomb site, and that bomb will be dropped. There's 15 seconds to collect it. It's not looking good here for the FaZe side.
When the sound when you're being hit by Molotov or whatever. Anyway, we've got the anti-eco or force buy round, which is very
dynamic too, because Device could just get peeked and killed. So you never know. It's got 2 bullets left though, so it's a long-ass reload coming in pretty soon.
Got to be careful though, because they could double peek with a player on top of main. And you've got support now from Dupree, so he can back off if he needs to. But Kiyoshima will just run into the crossfire.
Yeah.
But there's a certain point where you can't. Dupree taken down. Karrigan manages to can get into position. And there's a third player here for Astralis. Kiabi continuing the charge. Glaive. They will try to counteract that, but they're moving slowly.
But yeah, I mean, I think that's... oh, they're just going to go for it, apparently. And that's going to be great for Zipex, getting himself a 3K. A trio frags coming his way as eventually he will get traded, but the damage has surely been done. The bomb has been lost. We'll get the CTs defending the bomb with the incendiaries there as well, buying time for rotation, buying time for positioning, as we have just Nico and Ali left in this one to try to save it, and they're definitely more than capable of doing so. Nico with the nade out though, doesn't get peeked. He's okay for now, but gets caught by Device as he jumps up on the box. Device will happily...
never get just the right amount of respect that they've earned over the months and years playing Counter-Strike. Alu, but at least for Astralis, they've got the high ground. Molotov onto the site as they charge in. Going for
something that looks a little bit more standard. Ooh. To try to frag any CT pushing the smoke, but he got their Glaive with so much maneuvering and work to do there. Trying to spotting out the flank just as it was happening. That game sense is, oh man.
Karrigan's just spotted him there. That's what surely somebody will go to control. Oh dear. Too many CTs, too many angles. Karrigan the lead once again, 6-5.
Solo defenses to get a quick push onto the A site though. FaZe just trying to barrel in there, trying to use brute force.
Numbers game will overwhelm Kiabi. Zipex though, trying to keep it together with Dupree, just covering the angle for him so he can concentrate on the site where he's had nice success. 2 kills for him. Kiyoshima looking to take someone by surprise under heaven. Alu's there as well, and that is very awkward for the T's. The bomb flying in the air past Kyo, wondering what happened to his teammate, but he'll try and do what he can with his teammate's fallen weapon. Perfect
angle. And then as soon as they realize that there's no player to worry about, do anything, still allows Dupree to take the initial action, and as soon as some shots are fired, he peeks out to get the frag. It's just like this level of understanding of team.
FaZe so many problems earlier on, and it seems they may change their approach towards main, but now Device can raise the alarm. Ooh, that was almost a shot through the blocks onto Nico. They could still make their way.
Their team, and but this is a bit of a hard ask, isn't it? We've got Rain in a great position to take down Kirby, but now the game has been given up. So they're not really considering that another player could be there, like even a UMP potentially, but obviously they want to spend all their money. But they could have got nades, more nades, but...
Struggle continues for FaZe, making their way towards Secret. It seems Astralis have more or less solved that issue one way or another. And maybe it's an indication of FaZe put off their game by having a massive gap in the smokes towards that direction. Kishima with a lot to do, to put it mildly. But there's a lot of ground to cover for the CTs as well. So there's opportunity for some 1v1s, although losing most of your health in the first.
So we see a different approach to the utility here from Astralis. Glaive going forward, the only guy with utility, using it to try to create an unknown outside, but Nico just caps him in the back of the head. That's one way to handle it. And FaZe are well on their way to winning this pistol round, although you would have thought until Kirby and Zipex come into play, that said...
be the black one.
And Dupree's the nerdy one, with glasses or whatever.
Well, the pistols have died, and he's picked himself up a UMP. We'll continue with the Deagle. Nico and Karrigan are heavily maimed, as are the remaining Ts, so it's a question of angles, and Zipex has a good one here. He's close enough. Oh, Karrigan gets his knife. Unable to defend himself. Kishima has surely made some noise. He could get flanked by Glaive. Zipex is here for support as well. Zipex is now dead, and we're surely going to get a 1 versus 1.
Yeah, they're just going to try to just get a kill, maybe. Try to overwhelm one player or another, but running outside, not too successful. Oh, and that can only just more argument to go outside, but the push.
1 minute on the clock, 4 on 4. T's moving into the A site. Kishima again, this position may be the strongest position on the A bomb site for the CTs. Really hard to find the frags. 2 for 1. Kishima goes and leaves it with Zipex alone. That's a lovely headshot onto Nico, and Rain's got to be really careful. There isn't time pressure just yet onto Zipex.
Angles get a good vantage point, but you can see headshot angles can be played by Rain. Rain's one of the best movers and shooters in the business. One thing like you can really learn from Rain is how he actually decides.
It's going to be harder for Device to be as effective. Alu, you cheat. Alu is long gone. There's a fight outside of main. Nico will finish things off. Great support for his teammate. So it's time for FaZe, it seems, to have their jet on this T round.
That Alu shot was just ridiculous. He knows he's getting that frag. This is crazy. Device, he pulls out the P90, James. Straight through the flames. Looking to find Glory. A Glory who was found not by him, but his team, though. He set them up for it, and it's 2 versus 3 for them.
Rain on the cleanup operation. Washing away the stains. And now it's Rain the heaven position. And there he is, and there it is. And Molotov will not come fast enough, and he can't draw his weapon before Zipex will take him down. They're lining up for Nico, however. 2 versus 4. Now it's a question of if Astralis can get the bomb down. Things might slow down while the flashbangs come in, but Rain and Alu...
Nico through the vents. I'm sure they will have heard that, but he'll still get the frag onto Glaive. Looking for the trade fragger. He will not appear too easy. Actually, Nico's going to go out there and find it. Just, wow, that timing is just unbelievable. Nico, how does he find these timings ever? And plenty of time for the CTs to rotate. Karrigan in a great... to pick up this round. He's got a minute to play with in this situation. Players baiting for his teammates. Using the sound of the ladder to try to convince Device to look away.
The defuse so Alu can break the CTs rather. Rear angle. No smokes outside for the Ts. Using the numbers game, and Rain could get caught out on the high ground. Close enough to the... You see Glaive has made his way to the...
It's a great situation for FaZe on the retake. Glaive is pinned down in this position, trying to frag his way out, but he can't. And that's both players dead, more or less immediately. There's some promising situations there, but again, Rain did a great job holding outside and just essentially getting the information for his team.
AWP instead of sacrificing an AK to pick up an AWP that was on the floor. Well, this round is almost over already, but not quite. We've got Glaive, he's squad. I think he's never checking this position. And this is pretty much GG.
Boom. 16-10. FaZe with the split series.
Great game here on Nuke than what we've seen on Train. Better performance from Kerrigan individually more than anything else, and it just doesn't seem like today was the day of T-sides for either of these two teams on Train. 41 T-side from Astralis. Here, FaZe managing to win the pistol round in the first half on the T-side, really meaning a lot. So that 3-0 start was super important for them, and you could just see how once the machine gets rolling,